we also have a thing if it's vacant. I think there's a one for vacant. Yeah, there's down there.
What's all of those make sense to me except for the handicap one. Is that
So
because they are in demand, or is that...
usually when you see a house that has a ramp on it, it
Mhm.
usually means that it's an older person living there.
Mhm.
So that's a good possibility that they're either
Can't upkeep?
can't upkeep,
Yeah.
maybe have passed away, and the family's looking to sell. So the kind of things we look for is air conditioning in the windows, um, roof damage, the house is vacant. Things that you can tell, as you know, you've been in real estate, so you kind of know. But if the house looks like, hey, it needs work, it needs work. Here, let me take this one off, and I'll switch back to my phone and show you. Let's switch. Let's see if I can- My daughter rides horses, so you get to see photos. So here's an example of a house. Let's get a little bigger. That particular one, and this was all these houses happen to be in the same neighborhood. So I was out looking at a house. I drove out of that subdivision, drove to the next one, and I hit 5 or 6 houses in that subdivision. So it's pretty. You'd be surprised how once you start, especially driving in the older neighborhoods, you're going to see that. So if you notice with this one, the roof is definitely seen better days. It's vacant. You can see through the window that there's no one living in the house. Siding falling down off the chimney. This particular one it also has in the corner there on the ground a lot of shrubbery. So it looks like they cut that down, but it's just sitting there. So this was one that we're definitely following up on.
Yeah, they got pressboard siding too.
Yes, which is an issue. There's another. You can see the. So this house has some. This house is owner occupied. We took it. Obviously, you can see it needs paint jobs and things like that. So those are the kind of things.
No gutters.
No gutters.
Yeah.
This is definitely a we buy ugly houses routine, but they fixed the steps.
Yeah.
New handrail.
They probably rotted out.
Probably so. So those are the kind of things. But these are what we're looking for in houses. This one I was driving away from there. This obviously at one time I would say was a duplex. As you can see up top, it has two doors and bottom. So again, it was vacant. Took the picture. I'm going to send the card. You never know.
Mm-hmm.
And let's say we buy. This person contacts us. He says, "I'm not going to sell that property, but I have these other properties. You get the credit.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever comes through that person, through that house, goes to you."
Oh, that's nice.
So it really makes it an easy way to make money. We want you to be happy, and what makes people happy? Getting paid. And it's an easy process. You will get a 1099, so you will be
That's been the biggest adjustment is the amount of money I bring in.
Yeah. And then but you can deduct for traveling and things like that. And there's programs that you can use on your phone that will track for you. So that's a great way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's an easy process. The key things that we're looking for is that you put these information in. So if you'll take your phone out, let's go to the app. And yours is going to look a little different than mine, so you might have to tell me, hey, mine doesn't have that. Because there's 3 different levels within the program. So there's your screen.
It must have logged me out
Okay.
while we were sitting here.
Once you're logged in, it should keep you in, but
It might have been because my phone died.
okay, yeah.
Yeah.
And what's nice, there's no charge for you for this service. So this app is free to you. We pay it, it's covered through us. So let me know when you have it on when your screen looks like this.
Okay, it's Let's see, and be patient. This could take a few minutes. Actually, it says a few seconds. It's not.
So let me show you why you're looking, saying that. This is a neighborhood right around from us.
Mm-hmm.
So this is when we obviously played it before. So I tapped on it and see it says low area. Your team has already added this property.
Okay.
So that way you know, oh, okay, someone's already there.
Mm-hmm.
So it comes up with the address. You tap on it. It's going to say searching for records. So this one's corporate owned, so we like that. And then it's gonna you tap that on it again, it's gonna take you to this screen. And it's gonna tell you what we can send. It does not have the sale information, but it does have, you see where it says property tag?
Mm-hmm.
And then you would put in the different information. You would say one of them is corporate owned. I don't know if I'm going to see if there's a way that you can move them around so it's like alphabetical order. But you would just tap that. And then you would come up and take a picture. So if you see on the screen, it says take a picture or take photo or choose from the library. What I've noticed is if you take the photo, it doesn't get saved onto your phone, so it's not like you're going to get all these pictures.
Mm-hmm.
But let's say like sometimes the picture won't come up. I'll take another picture of the house outside of it and then choose from my library, and then I can always delete it. So
Okay.
we're going to take a photo. We're just going to do this. So we're going to use it. And then, so there's the photo that we used.
So the app itself is going to identify the address while we're standing there.
Right, so I'm going to show you that, yes.
Okay.
So you want to, so do you have your screen looking like this?
And it's still saying it's loading.
Okay, let's give it a minute.
Yeah, I don't know what.
Shouldn't usually take that long, but yours is the first time, so.
Yeah, it says error, something went wrong. Please try again.
Let me see if I can.
Here, let me put the password in.
Okay.
Log in.
Be patient. Oh, so you're logging in. You're having the issue.
Yeah. And like I said, I probably should have done that this morning. I wasn't even thinking about
Right.
having to do that before I came over here.
Right.
Because I know I was having a problem with it all week.
Got you. So you might have to get that taken care of, but I'll show you
Yeah,
how
I'm
it is
going
on
to take
here.
care of it today.
Yeah, but you'll see it on here. And then if you have any questions, you can feel free. I love answering questions, so I don't get mad if you can't figure it out. So that's a good one. A nice guy.
Well, thank you. And I apologize for this.
Oh, it's not a problem. No, hey,
Yeah.
it happens. But let me walk you through it so we can kind of see, so you can kind of make some notes and you'll see how it works. So this is one. Now, obviously, we're going to trash this one because we don't really want to keep it.
Picture of the table. Yeah.
Yeah. We're not going to send them and say, hey, this is your house. So, first of all, if you'll notice in the upper right corner where it says select a location, there's a little arrow thing there, and it's gray right now. So, when I tap it, so if it's gray, I literally can go to anywhere and pick a house. So, I'm going to go over here, pick a house, tap on it, and it's going to tell me this is the address. I would then look on the mailbox or on the house and say, is this the right one? Because what can happen, what I've noticed when using it, sometimes I'll go, I'm wanting that house, but when I tap it, I tap the neighbor, and it puts me across the street because I didn't hit the exact spot. So you can tap that. Once it says it found the address, once you verify it, you just tap that screen, it goes to loading. and then it's owner occupied. So here then we can take the picture, but we can also just, if you tap it one more time, it's going to give you to this screen, and then you're going to scroll down. And like I said, yours might look a little different because you don't have the authority to enhance and things like that. That's Office does all that. But from what I understand, you have...
It'll go right to the tags.
Yes, it'll go. So this was bought in 1985, so that's great. And then right under sale information is tags. So you just tap that and just whatever is appropriate. And if there's one that's not here, you can just hit create tag in the bottom left corner, and it should give you that information.
Okay.
And then you take the picture, make sure it's there, and then you're all set. You tap the arrow, and it brings you back to it. You're ready to go to the next one. So I'm going to show you. And then also, by tapping the arrow there, now you notice it's blue.
Mm-hmm.
So now where it tells me right where I am. And as I move my phone around, that little arrow moves, so you can point to the house that you want.
Oh, okay.
So it's going to give you a better option. You just tap that, and it's going to follow. And if you start driving, it's following you, and you just tell it which house you want. Then up top, we see the thing it says list, and there's a little thing next to it that looks like, I don't know what. How do you describe that? It's supposed to be for maps, satellite. So, but if you tap that, it's going to take you to this. If you tap where the thing now, it looks like mountains. When you tap it, it shows you a satellite view.
Okay.
So that way you know pretty much right where you're at. I usually leave it though in this format. If I have a question, I can do that.
Mm-hmm.
And then will give you the list of the properties that we already have. You can see here, pending approval. Reason why this one hasn't been approved yet, it's a LLC. We're sending them a different email, a different letter,
okay.
And we're actually still in the process of rewording it. So that's why we haven't started it yet. We're going to have it done today, so they'll get those all done. Let me find one that we might have some more information. I don't remember. Like this one here. And you'll be able to see all the ones.
3 of those that were corporate owned just right there.
Yeah, a lot more. Yeah. You'll be surprised because corporations are buying these now, mm-hmm. and are using them. They're renting them out. They're hoping the market will go up in a couple of years, and then they sell them. So it's a lot of houses this price range that's happening. Basically, a builder right now cannot build a house for a first-time home buyer. It costs them too much. So what we're doing, we're going in rehabbing these houses. They're becoming the first-time home buyer house. So people are really interested in them. So we did an enhanced search on this one. It tells us the person's male, 75 years old. He might be ready to sell. And that one was, I don't think he lived there. I had to pull that up. He has multiple addresses. If they're out of state, we do not send them. If they're local, we do send them. So this was because we did the enhanced search. He bought that house in '77 for $37,000. Wow. We know there's vines growing up on it, tall grass falling off gutters, and vacant. We have his phone numbers. We have several phone numbers. So we will call those, and they'll get either a text, and then we can also follow up with an actual person talking to them to set up the appointment. Also have their email addresses. We have 5 email addresses for this person. And it looks like he has an email set up for each one of his different companies. So we have that all set. So you can kind of see the information that you'll have. So we can really get it's not just, let's hope this person answers this card. If we can get the extra information, we contact them. To give you an idea, it costs us 80 cents to send out a postcard, and it costs us 80 cents to do the enhanced search. So every card we send is 80 cents. But when you look at it in the long run, doing this the company says you give 200 leads, you should get at least one closing. I think we're going to do better than that because we have so many options. And a lot of people won't do a deal where they can only make $10,000. Well, if I know that I already had that house sold, I'm doing it. Why would I not do it? And so we have those options that a lot of other people don't have. So it's really easy.